In this session, we're going to be looking at place value. So this is a really important session. It's the foundation of our maths, and I would say the first session to look at as well. So we're going to be looking at what is place value, solved examples, and practice questions. So first of all, we want to look at what are the numbers. So here we've got 68. So this means we have 6 lots of 10 and 8 ones. If you're not quite understanding that, then please do reach out to our community, because here we've got our 68. We're made of ones, we go ones, tens, then hundreds. We're going to also look at ways to look at place value. So 8 ones, and then here we've got 6 rows of 10. So as the number system increases, our ones, tens, and then it would be hundreds next. So 10 ones is 10, and 10 tens is 100. So our number system moves in the hundreds. If we have a look at the next slide. So this is really important here, what we look at. So here's our decimal point. We've got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, and then billions. But we can also go into the fractional amounts, and this is lower than, this is small, this is splitting ones. So here we're splitting ones into tenths, here we're splitting ones into hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. So it's all about how we split a number up. Do shout out if you need any help. Do have a look at the quizzes for help as well. And another way of looking at that also. So what we've got here is the real key is where is our decimal point. So wherever the decimal point, we split the ones and the tens apart. So we start with our ones, and then we're going into the decimal, which can also be looked at as fractions, and we'll show you that later. So let's have a look at an example again of how a number's split up. So here we've got hundreds, tens, and ones. Our number here, in number 124, we have 1 lot of 100 in the green, 2 lots of tens in the pink, and 4 lots of ones, which is 4. Hence, we make 124. So for bigger numbers, we use more columns from the decimal point. Each column is 10 times bigger. So if we added another one, we'd make that thousands. If we added another number, we'd make that 10,000s. If we added another number, we'd make that 100,000s. If we added another number, we'd make that into the millions. So, but here we can see that we've got parts of numbers as well. So we've got 275.918. So this means we've got 2 hundreds, 7 tens, 5 ones, 9 tenths, which is smaller than 1, 100th, and 8 thousandths. So these get smaller and smaller and smaller. We're also going to look at how we can break down a number. So a lot of questions ask you, write down the value of the number 4 in the number 6 6,488. So this number here, 6,000 plus 400 plus 80 plus 8. That's how our numbers up. Thousands, hundreds, tens, ones. So our 4 is worth 400 there. So it's ultimately place value. We're breaking the number down. We're seeing where do the numbers go. So write the value of the number 8 in 180,950. So we break the number down, 100,000, 80,000. Because we've got 0 in our 10,000 slot, we'll move to here. This should be a 900 here, and that should be 50. So that is 80,000 here, hence how we say the different word. So for example, if we have 3,723, we say 3,723. So if we want to find the 7, it's 3,700. So this is 700. So it's really important. Practice how you saying numbers, reading the figures out loud, figures which mean numbers. 220. So we know that's 23, 3 ones. Now we're going to look at decimals. So decimals are really important to understand. So when we have parts of a whole number, we also have columns to the right of a decimal point. The first column after the decimal point is called the tenths. Each tenth is worth 1/10 of the whole number. In the number 1.3, we have 1 and 3/10. So we can fit 7 more. We can fit 10 of these into. We can fit 10 tenths into 1. But here we call it 1.3 because we've got 1 whole 1 and 0.3 of that, of the decimal. So let's have a look now at the next slide. So here we've got, again, another example here of a really, really big number of decimals. So we've got 200 million, 10 million, 6, and then we've got 6 millions, 400,000, 0, 10,000, 1,000, 500, 2 tens, 7 ones, and then we've got 3 tenths, 700, and 9,000. So to say this number, 286,401,527.37. So it's really important practice how you say the number, and then that'll make you understand what these numbers are. So here, if we were to get what the 9 is, that would be 9,000, because we've got 9 in the thousands. If we were to get the 7th, that would be the hundredths. So this is a bit like having 0.009. So let's go back into our thousands. Our 7 is like 0.07. And our tenths is like 0.3. So this means here we can, by looking at a number, as long as we put the decimal point, which is really key, in the correct place, the decimal, what does it split? The ones and the tenths. We must put that in the right place, and then we can follow the place value order on this. We're going to do loads of sessions on group work on We're going to set loads of group sessions up for this. If you don't quite understand it, please don't hesitate to come along. We also have quizzes. Make sure you understand and do reach out to the community also. So here we've got to write down the 4 in the number 9.487. So we've got 9 ones, 4 tenths, 8 hundredths and 7 thousandths. Here we've got, so this means that 4 is worth 0.4 or 4 tenths, exactly the same. So 4 tenths is like a fraction 4 out of 10, because it's a tenth. 1 tenth is 1 out of 10. So we can write it like that also. So if we were to get the 7 in this number, that would give us 7 thousandths, or 0.007, or 0.8, which would be 8 hundredths. So write down the 9 in the number 0.059. This would be 0.059 equals 0.05 plus 0.009. Lots of noughts there. But we know that's 9 thousandths. So we can also write that as 9 out of 1,000. This isn't quite making sense. Do reach out to our community. We're here to support you along your journey. So write down, so here's some practice questions for you to have a go at. Do have a go at this. These questions are in our quiz. Do have a go at them. And we will also go through these answers as well. Thanks for watching and have a great